Welcome back to Closing Bell on the 28th of October 2020, and today the coronavirus is really peaking. So Germany and France have announced the lockdown and the partial lockdown, so that is rippling the waves. So the 4% loss in both the German and the French market, and that ripple effect across to the US. For the topic of this show that I want to present is really that I've seen a lot of stocks being oversold, a lot of stocks being in the buy trigger range. So for now, I'm going to present 8 stocks for you that are COVID proof, great tech, with or without lockdown. These stocks will do well, that will stand out through the test of time. So this will be the 8 stocks, and I'm going to transfer to my piece. Okay, so I'm on my screen here that I'm going to be showing you step by step. So this video will come as raw as possible so I can get this video out really quickly as the bell has just closed. So if you look under my big screen here, first stock that I'll be speaking about is Tesla. So Tesla, to me, it looks like it's been close to oversold, and it should be a good time to start buying Tesla at this point. As you can see, the 3 things I set up for all these charts is moving day average is 50. I've got my RSI, Relative Strength Index, set at 80 and 20, and I've got my stochastic down here, as you can see. So it's 3 points that I would like to show you why all these 3 points are achieving its buying levels. So as you can see, all markets oversold. First, on to Tesla. As you can see, the 50-day moving average, the latest price at 406 here, and it's going down even further for tomorrow's opening. It's gone beyond the 50-day moving average. So that's trigger number 1 that is ready to be bought. And the second one, if you see the stochastic here, if you see these 2 lines overlapping, coming close to 23, see, it shows that it's ready to be bought as well. So that's the second trigger point. As you can see, the other areas where it was being oversold, look at this point here, where it comes in red at this point here. You can see this bottom here. That bottom was another buy point. That bottom was a buy points as well. So we're coming to the buy, very rare buy points. And the last one is the RSI indicator, which the last few buy points was round about the 44 mark. The relative strength, that's 44. So as we are, if we're still going down tomorrow and Friday, it's areas to buy. This is the time you buy, because it's indicating on everywhere else that people start buying in now. It's starting to go oversold. Okay, so the next one I will show you. The second one is PayPal. PayPal, e-commerce system, regardless lockdown, no lockdown, people will still use PayPal to shop. You got Venmo and many other payment systems. People are going online, digital. So 50-day moving average, again, it's going on the red zone. So for the next few days, if it starts going down, this is the buy zone, guys. This is the buy zone. Look, stochastic is not there yet, but it's starting to cook downwards. Just as you can see here previously, you see that previous dip, as you see, down to 176. So the early indication was at this point, so it started dipping lower and lower. So as you can see, just past the 50 moving day average, it's going to go lower. And here, the RSI is at 35 for the last one. Currently, we're still sitting around about 46, so there's still room for drop. So if you see PayPal starts dropping to 188, 186, if it's dropped even 190, it's a good entry point. It's start buying on your way down, and when it hits the bottom, and that's you. You've bought it close to it down. So second stock is PayPal. Third stock is Square. Similar to PayPal, Square, crypto, the man who owns Twitter. So Square is a popular one among investors. As you can see, the last few touch points where it briefly touches that point, and it's there. So for Square, the moving day average, as long as it comes close, as you can, the stochastic's already below 20, it's way oversold. And if it goes longer for the next few days, then, please don't hesitate. If you want to buy Square, you get my blessing to go and buy some Square. RSI is at 43, which is similar to the last buying time here. There's 2 points here. And then when it was at low in the COVID-19, at 43. So this area is starting to good. If it drops again, feel free to buy Square. So Square is my third one. If you want to buy Square, or you hold Square and you want to add Square, I think it's a good time to get into Square. And number 4 is Nvidia. Nvidia today officially it's gone down at 505. It is a very good buying point. If you're not owning Nvidia, or if you want to top up, look at the stochastic. It's beautiful. It's at 15 and 16. It's way below 20. It's worse than the last time when it dropped. And the last point when it dropped back in the terrible March, April, it was down at the 16. So we are at that point. If it goes lower, and it's going to hover for a week or 2 weeks, and this will be the point. It will start going below 505, 500, 585. It's going to bottom up slowly here. This is going to show that jagged edge, and then it will go back up. Hopefully we get a stimulus check. Hopefully the election goes well. So it's all tying in also with the earnings. Good boosted earnings will help it push it up. So we are at that point where we should be considering buying Nvidia. This is times like this presents opportunity. Next, Microsoft earnings just came out. Great earnings. I like the earnings, and the forecast guidance might not be great, but end of the day, Microsoft is a pandemic-proof stock, and pandemic-proof stocks will only tell you that they will be going through this COVID-19 very, very well in terms of the business, helping people working from home. As you can see, that drop there, that dramatic drop of 202, my trigger point at 200, is just showing RSI slowly coming down. It's getting ready to hit 200 if it goes lower. Even the RSI is low. It's as low, it's lowest since April. It's lower than when it was back in here, back in September. So Microsoft, man, I cannot stress how much people should own Microsoft. 202, 200, dudes, it's time to get in. And the next one is AMD. AMD had a staggering quarter, great earnings, beating records, but because they bought 35 billion, they're going to buy another semiconductor company. Just look at this chart. My computer just hang. Oh. So it's just way below its 50-day moving average. So reason one, you should start buying. Reason two, stochastic is hovering below 20. And then RSI, look at that line of 38, that very beautiful line of 38. It's time to get in. It's severely undervalued, and it looks like it's losing its strike in future ML. Next one, CrowdStrike. I'm going really quick now. CrowdStrike has finally touched its moving day average. It's below its moving day average. It's below stochastic. It's at 14. Oh my goodness, why are we not buying? RSI is low as well. Earnings is not out. If earnings blast it off, it might be dropping all the way to earnings date, and then earnings come in well. If it comes well, then it should be on the way upwards. So CrowdStrike, I'm blessing this at 130. Finally, Apple, I always call it for 108, 110 to buy in. It's closed now, 111, and then if it drops furthermore, buy more. Look, it's a bit mess here. I know I got quite a few lines, but the moving day average is below the moving day average, 111. And it's around about 42 for the RSI, and it's already touching below 20 for the stochastic. So this is the way I look at it. This is the way I find this oversold stocks, time to buy, and this is presenting the opportunity for these 8 companies, and they are pandemic proof stocks as well. As you can see, I don't have to explain to you why they're pandemic proof. They were the one that sought through after April, and they look like they're on a weakness. That's what we do. We buy on the weakness. It presents opportunity. You don't have to buy it today, tomorrow. For the next week's course, a week or so, it should be declining. It should start bottoming out, and then all the earnings record come out. It should shoot up. So these are my favorite 8 just now that I can see. I'm sure there are more, but these are the ones that I would suggest if anybody says, Alex, what do I buy? These are the 8 stocks. Okay, so this is me for Closing the Bell. I've got other great stuff to cover with Pinterest, Fiverr, Fastly, earnings coming in today. So I want to get this video out to you really quickly, really raw, no edit, out to you now. See you soon. Bye.